At the end of the day, guys, I think there is just one really important thing that we all need to remember, and that of course is that North London is red and it always will be. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing really well. Now, I'm certainly doing very well because last night we beat Tottenham 2-1 and I'm still super buzzing about it. Honestly, there is no better feeling than beating the Spuds from down the road, and in today's video I'm just going to be reacting to and reviewing the game, letting you know my thoughts, how I thought we played, what I thought about the outcome, just everything to do with the game. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts, then just keep on watching. So going back to the very beginning then, when the starting 11 came out, a lot of us were very shocked to see that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang had actually been dropped to the bench. Now, our captain on the bench at a North London derby was very surprising, very shocking. At first I had absolutely no idea if it was a tactical move, maybe this was another Arteta masterclass incoming, but eventually it did come out when Arteta spoke to the press that Aubameyang had actually been dropped for disciplinary reasons. Now, when I first heard this, I was quite shocked that Arteta had actually said that to the press, because I don't think it was necessary before the game. That's just my opinion. But after hearing why the reason was, because it was a disciplinary reason, he was late to the game, I believe, I have kind of changed my mind on it, and I quite like the fact that Arteta is so ruthless. Nobody is bigger than the club. If you're going to break the rules, then you will be dropped for a game or two. I think that's fair enough, even if it is the captain and it is a North London derby. I was very worried, I'm not going to lie. I thought Aubameyang would have a very important role in that match, but luckily we still won, so it's not really something that we're going to look at in hindsight. I think Arteta is quite lucky in that sense, because if we'd lost, a lot of people probably would have gone for his head saying that he shouldn't have dropped Aubameyang, but there we go, that's not something that we need to think about. But honestly, I hated that early drama. That is not what we needed just before a North London derby, is it? Moving on to the game itself then. Now, the first 30 minutes I was very impressed with. I thought we looked so controlled. We were completely dominating the game. Spurs were not in the game at all, in my opinion. A lot of our players were pocketing the Spurs players. Kieran Tierney and Emile Smith-Rowe definitely stand out to me in those 30 minutes. Emile Smith-Rowe obviously had that very unlucky chance within the first 5 minutes where he hit the crossbar. That would have been such a memorable North London derby goal, and it would have actually been his first Premier League goal as well, so that was very unlucky for him. So yeah, I was very impressed with those 30 minutes from Arsenal. I thought we had complete control of the game, and it was only a matter of time before we actually took one of these chances and scored the first goal. But of course, somehow, out of absolutely nowhere, Tottenham gain a little bit of possession, and with their first shot on target they score, and what a goal it was. Now, I hate praising Spurs for anything that they do, but Eric Lamella's goal was absolutely beautiful. Let's all be honest about that. Definitely a contender for goal of the season, but yeah, at that moment I was very disappointed because we had complete control of the game and we were losing. We were 1-0 down. I honestly just didn't understand it, and usually when that happens, when Arsenal go a goal down, I think, oh no, here we go again, like it's going to be another one of those days. But yesterday I actually didn't think that, and I think the reason was because, one, it wasn't due to one of our own mistakes, it was just a very good and lucky goal that they got. So yeah, I was not sort of deflated by that goal. I thought we'd definitely get back into the game, and oh yes we did. Just before half time, obviously Tierney assisted Odegaard. There was a slight deflection, but still 1-1, another Odegaard goal, and I was absolutely buzzing that we were back in the game. So of course, going into half-time, it was 1-1, and I think that is a bit of an injustice for Arsenal. I think we should have maybe been 2 or 3 goals up. Obviously, there was that early chance from Emile Smith-Rowe that hit the crossbar, and then again, there was another chance later on where Cedric actually hit the post. Both of those would have been really outstanding goals if they had gone in. I do just want to say that I think Tottenham's best defender was actually the woodwork of the goal. moving on to the second half then. Now, I thought we sort of went into the second half very, very strong. We sort of picked up where we'd left off. We had most of the possession again, and we were just controlling the game. Everything looked like it was going in Arsenal's favour. Now, in around the 65th minute, I believe, there was that absolutely unreal pass from Pepe through to Lacazette, and Lacazette was actually brought down in the box by Sanchez. Now, there has been a little bit of speculation around whether this was a penalty or not. I know on Match of the Day last night, Jermaine Genius was actually crying about this, but in my opinion, that was definitely a penalty. I think people are just bitter about it, quite honestly. Even if it wasn't a penalty and it was a lucky penalty, to be honest, it's about time that Arsenal had some luck, had a favourable decision from VAR. So to be honest, I'm absolutely fine with that being a penalty, and I think, you know, how can you complain about that? He was brought down in the box. I'm just buzzing that we got a penalty, if I'm honest, and it actually went in our favour. Lacazette was, of course, the person to take the penalty. I never have an issue when I see Laka stepping up to take a penalty. I think he is one of our best penalty takers. Obviously, he buried it in the bottom corner as well. Absolutely no problems at all. I don't think Lacazette has ever missed a penalty for Arsenal, and he has taken quite a few. So yeah, I never ever have an issue when I see him stepping up. I know that he will bury it. So yeah, I was so buzzing at that point. Finally we were winning, finally we had a good scoreline for all of the work that we were putting in. I think we deserved to be 2-1 up at this point. Another really key moment in the game was, of course, Eric Lamella's second yellow. He literally went from hero to zero real quick. He didn't start the game and he didn't end the game. Like, how crazy is that? I was really excited when they went down to 10 men. I'm not going to lie. I thought, do you know what? We're 2-1 up. We're going to definitely win this game. It's going to be fairly easy from here on out. Playing against 10 men should essentially be easier. But boy, was I wrong. Honestly, when Tottenham went down to 10 men, they suddenly woke up. They became a better team, and I have absolutely no idea how that was possible. How can you be better playing with 10 men than playing with 11? It honestly doesn't make any sense to me, but those last 15 minutes were stress. Within the last sort of 10 minutes of the game, we kept giving away free kicks, and honestly, my heart was going. I was starting to think, you know, this is way too good to be true. It's so typical that we are going to concede a second goal and it's going to end a draw. There was that one free kick right at the end of the game. It was Harry Kane. It hit the post. Honestly, I almost had a heart attack, and then another shot was blocked by Gabriel on the goal line, and honestly, guys, I've never been so stressed in my life. I was actually just stood up, like thinking, please Arsenal, just hold on and get those 3 points. So yeah, those last sort of 10-5 minutes were so stressful, I can't even tell you. But luckily we did hold on and we did end up getting those 3 points. I'm so happy. I'm still very excited about the result from last night. For me, there were quite a few standout players. I thought Emil Smith-Rowe had a very good game. Tierney, Odegaard, Xhaka had a very good game. Also, I thought Gabriel and Luiz were solid. So basically half the team, if we're going to be honest. I think everyone played well, but those 5 or 6 were definitely standout players for me. So yeah, guys, that is the end of this video. Obviously, looking ahead to our next game, it will be the second leg against Olympiacos. I'm feeling pretty confident. I mean, all we've got to do is not lose more than 2-0. And we will get through to the quarters. I'm already starting to think about who maybe I'd quite like to draw for the quarter-final. Let me know who you want to draw if we get through. I mean, I'm being a little overconfident here, but yeah, do let me know who you would ideally like to draw, who you maybe want to avoid. I will be doing a video which will be me reacting to the draw, so look out for that on Friday morning. If we get through, see, I'm being very confident here. I need to calm down a little bit. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one.